Hello and welcome to Three Questions with. Got my friend Rod with us from Merrimack Valley Wi-Fi Pros. Good morning, Rod. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me on again.
So I actually come on the show today. Just want to take a step back and just recap what you actually do for your clients.
Okay. So I like to say we're a home Wi-Fi and networking solutions provider, meaning we solve problems in people's homes. If they have a problem with their network or their Wi-Fi, we solve the problem. We come in, we figure out what the problem is, we make a recommendation, and we solve it, and then we demonstrate that we solved the problem. But really, we're about fixing and eliminating the frustration that so many people feel when they're in their home and they've got a gigabit service and they're getting 50 megabits in most of their home on the Wi-Fi and it dropouts. We solve that problem every single day.
So Rod, so you have the ability to kind of just do almost a home audit, saying, geez, Rod, if I go from one room over to the next, I just don't seem to get the same performance. So you could tell me how strong the signal is in every room?
Yeah, so our process actually does just that. So we go into your home, we come to your home, and we do a Wi-Fi survey. So we have software that allows us to see what the signal strength is and what the performance is. And so we go to every room in your home and we measure signal strength. We look for electromagnetic noise interference. We see if there's a channel overlap problem with your neighbors, and we test the performance in every single room. And then we generate a heat map of your house that shows you in a visual what the Wi-Fi looks like in your house. And it's pretty compelling when we do that, because you can see a lot of times you'll see, especially homes with they use the extenders. They've got a router and they got a bunch of extenders. In the room with a router, 300 plus megabits. Everywhere else in the house, great signal strength, really good signal strength everywhere, 50 megabits or less. And I see that every single time I go to one of those homes. It's really an interesting thing. But anyway, we see those problems. And part of that process is we look for what technology you have in your house that we could take advantage of to actually upgrade your Wi-Fi to something that's going to work great everywhere. So we come in, we do a survey, we figure out a solution that's specific to your home. If you approve, we install it. And then we do another survey and we show you the same heat map after the install versus before the install. And it's really a pretty dramatic change.
So Rod, I do have a question. You kind of touched on it for a second. Often we think our neighbors are on our Wi-Fi. Even though we have it locked down, can you tell if someone else is on my Wi-Fi?
You can tell if someone's on your Wi-Fi by looking at the router and identifying all the devices in your home. And that can be tricky to do. You have to actually do it by, if the device isn't friendly enough to tell the router, this is what I am, Rod's iPhone, right? Which your iPhone does. But if it doesn't say that, then you have to use what's called the MAC address of the device and match it up with the connected devices. And when you've gone through and you've done all that and you name them on your router, then you know what they all are. And if there's stuff on there that isn't supposed to be there, Joey's Xbox and Joey's the next door neighbor's kid, then he's on your Wi-Fi. But that's pretty unlikely. The more likely impact from a neighbor is channel interference. But channel interference might cause a problem where you're both using the same channel on the 5 gigahertz band, and so you only get half as much out of that at most because the devices are both trying to talk on it, and only one guy can talk at a time.
Yep. So Rod, what's the best way for the people to reach out to you? How can they learn more about your services?
So the best way to reach us is to go to our website at mvwifipros.com. And when you go there, a little pop-up will show up and you can call us. You can schedule a free phone consult right there. You can send us an email or a text. It's whatever you want to do.
Rod, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thanks, Kevin.